Tactically outclassed, mentally, physically, technically dominated. The hosts complete control. The visitors, the title challengers, stood no chance at all. Yes, the Magpies, the Gordies, Newcastle United finishing off Arteta and his robots. 2-0, 4-0 aggregate. Arsenal get knocked out of the Carabao Cup. They could go and end up with no trophies because Champions League is gonna be difficult, my boy. Premier League, it's looking a bit odd because Liverpool are on a crazy run, and with the injuries as well, Arsenal are facing. Martinelli as well, injured, hamstring, gone, 3 weeks at least. And you've got Sterling, Raheem the Dream up top, right, left, wherever you want to put him. And you have to rely on a 17-year-old. It's looking spooky for Arsenal, I'll be honest, boy. But before we do that, before we get into the game, guys, make sure you comment, leave your thoughts, and make sure you subscribe. Alright, moving on to the game. That first half, it was a complete domination from Newcastle. They had some good chances. Arsenal, there was that Odegaard miss as well, was weaker foot. Boy, you need to score that. If that was Bruno Fernandes, he would score that. It was really poor from Odegaard. You're a professional. You played for Real Madrid, obviously not much. You're playing for Arsenal title challengers. You don't have your weak foot that can just slot that in the back of the net. You don't. Odegaard has been pathetic this season. He had a good game against City, a City side with no midfield, a weak version, probably the worst version of City. You played well, but now you come up against real midfielders, you flop, you fail. Pathetic, man. You need to score that. And Isak scoring the offside goal, what a finish. Isak, when you talk about 150 million, 100 million strikers, Isak is worth all that money. You want someone to be fast, he's that. Technical, him. Protecting, physical, he knows how to use his body, that's him. And a gunman, number 9, proper number 9. La Liga as well. People make fun of La Liga, Farmers League, this and that. Who's the best striker in the Prem right now? Isak. And where did he come from? Villarreal. Sorry, Real Sociedad. Straight up. Let me double check because I don't want to say something wrong. Because I do think it's Real Sociedad. Sociedad, yeah. Did he play for Villarreal? No. Sorry, I don't know why I said Villarreal. Thinking about someone else. Real Sociedad. Straight up. Comes and dominates Saliba. Saliba looks like a boy in front of him. Completely dominates him. Saliba under pressure. Gabriel couldn't do nothing. Matt Skelly as well. Timber. Poor. He was bully. Saliba. He owned Saliba, bro. Saliba was holding his pocket. Teabag. I swear. Saliba in a high line. It doesn't work. Not just Saliba, the whole defense. In a high line, it does not work at all. Because the way Newcastle were attacking them in transitions, and the way the pressure was onto Arsenal, the defense especially, boy, was looking spooky. And Saliba, that first half performance, overall, to be honest, the whole game you were poor. That first half domination by Isak, that's how you show a defender that, yo, you think you can just come and walk over me the way you did with Haaland and them guys. No way, boy. Isak, 3 games, smoking these man. 3 games against Newcastle and you lose all 3 of them. It's pathetic, Arteta. Eddie Howe outclassing you like that. And you're supposed to be a title challenger? Poor. Isak scores, offside, what a finish. And I think then they continue again. Isak with that flick with his foot to Anthony Gordon. The way Isak knew, trying to get physical with Saliba, he's going to have an advantage because Isak is not your strongest guy. So let me think. Let me calm down. Flicks it to Anthony Gordon, makes that run as soon as possible. Anthony Gordon with a beautiful pass, and the way he shot that ball, even with his weaker foot, you see, that's how you know he's a real striker. That's how you know he can use both foot in a position like that and still getting it on target with a weaker foot. That must tell you that this boy is special. Alexander Isak is a special striker, and he's the best striker in the Premier League. He's one of the best strikers in the world. And I hope to see him in a bigger club, like the Bayern Munich's, Barcelona's. I think Barcelona would fit well. He goes on and continues. Bangs it, rebound, Murphy, goal. Skeleton, where were you? Skeleton, where were you? That's your man, and you couldn't mark him. You said stay humble, you did this celebration, right? What happened now, boy? Huh? Who have you faced? Which player have you faced? Which attacker have you faced for you to be acting up like that? Murphy did that on your head. And I love Trippier as well. Getting into Gabriel's face, talking to him, and then just walks off like it's nothing. Gabriel's head getting hot. Because Gabriel laughed at Haaland's face. You can hold that. Moving on to the second half. Bro, moving on to the second half. Again, poor from Arsenal. I'm just searching up. I don't want to. I want to make sure. Yeah. Poor from Arsenal. Anthony Gordon gets his goal. Total domination. Again, man. Again from the Magpies. You want to call them, right? Magpies. I'm just quickly looking at the highlights here. For the Murphy, Anthony Gordon scored as well. To be honest, Arsenal had some good chances. But, sorry guys, my memory is bad. Raya, what were you thinking? Go long. Simple. Rice, please, if you're going to play Rice, you have to play him in a pivot. A single pivot of Rice will not work. And he's not an 8 as well at the same time. Because technically, Rice is not good enough to take the ball in between the centre backs, getting pressed. Rice is not gonna make that beautiful shoulder drop, make that turn, just go away, get away from the attackers pressing him. He's not, because he's not good enough. Rice for me is a centre back, perfect. Everything defensively he does elite. Everything defensively he does good. But when it comes to creating passing ranges, creating chances, creating something out of nothing, in between the lines, breaking lines of his passing, dribbling, gliding past players. When you're under pressure, press resistant. He's not press resistant, and he made a mistake as well. He barely got away with it. And even that one there, bro, when Raya passes to you, you have to turn the defenders. Turn them that way. But you couldn't. And Anthony Gordon gets his goal. Well deserved. Anthony Gordon cooked Rice as well in that one of the 1v1s. Rice couldn't do shit. Rice, even that tackle against Bruno G, that's a potential red card. From my angle that I saw, could have been a red card, but no, it wasn't. He didn't even get a yellow for that. That's a straight up yellow. Arsenal just lost their heads, and it was a poor performance, and you get knocked out like that. I expected better. When I saw the lineup, I saw 5 defenders for Newcastle. I was thinking, okay, these guys are just going to defend. They're going to defend and let the pressure come onto them, soak the pressure, and try to finish off the game. But then, when I saw them pressing, the way Arsenal crumbled, if a Barcelona presses Arsenal like that in the first 45 minutes, we're seeing 4-5 goals. And I'm not even joking. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, you're getting smacked about like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like Arsenal, when they get pressed, it just seems like they just can't handle it. Not like we saw that against the Magpie. If you structurally organize your press well and your midfield battle, being physical with their midfielders, their defenders, Arsenal really struggle. If you match their physicality, Arsenal struggle, and we saw against Newcastle and Saliba against technical players. Nah, boy. Tony showed you levels. Isak showed you levels. In the Champions League, when you come against a technical player again, you struggle. Like Arteta, you know, this January transfer window, you and the board, it was pathetic from you guys. You needed these players, but no. This is what happens. Isak was in North London. He wanted to sign for you, man, but you man didn't sign him. Now the consequences, you have to just eat them up. Like, eat them up, really. And I hope Newcastle go and win the Carabao Cup because they fully deserve it, man. What a team, bro. Isak in the summer, those clubs are going to be hungry over him, bruv. Hungry. Like a hungry dog. Seriously. They're going to be hungry, and I hope he does get his big move, man, soon. Yes, Arsenal pathetic. If they continue like this, the way they play, they're going to go in a bad route and they won't win the Premier League. And Arteta might get sacked. And Havertz, I didn't even speak about him. Do I need to speak about him? Pathetic. Martinelli, low IQ player. Pathetic. Trossard was pathetic. I think Timber was alright, really. The rest was bad. Raya was bad. That highline is not gonna work. I'm sorry, Arteta. That highline's not gonna work. You don't have a Kubasi or Inigo Martinez or Kunde or Balde. That kind of combined IQ to be playing those highlines. Because if you keep on playing highlines, you're gonna get exposed. Saliba, Gabriel, they're not good in highlines. I'm sorry, it's not gonna work. Listen, get Saliba some rest as well. Put Rice at centre back. How about that? And put Jorginho or Partey or someone in a pivot. Come on, Arteta, you need to fix up. But I think that is it for today's video, guys. Make sure you comment who your man of the match was, or whoever was awful. Make sure you follow me. Sorry, on you. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. I'm always active, guys. Until next time.